Hey guys, welcome to the first video in a little mini-series, I'd like to think we call this. Is a mini-series of Euro 2028. Now I did a few of these back on FM13. I think we ended up playing as England, I think in sometime in the 2050s, and we ended up of course doing, I think it was Euro 2056, the Confederations Cup 2057 and the World Cup 2058. I've never actually won the World Cup, but we'll get to that sooner or later. You may remember I won the Euros then, however, and we had a really good time of it. I'm with Italy this time. If you'd like to know how we qualified and things, please go back to watch my, I think it'll probably be the last 2 or 3 videos in the playlist here. And yeah, we've got the first game here, which is Holland. We're playing Holland, who are first in the world, so this could be a bit of a disaster. It could set us up, maybe it could set us up in a good way, it could set us up in a bad way, who knows. There's the group itself, which I'll show you now. We've obviously played a few games already. England opening, of course, as hosts, smashing Lithuania 3-0. Russia and Turkey have drawn. Portugal beating Romania, and Austria beating Belgium. Croatia beat Cyprus, and Germany and Switzerland drew. And Poland and Scotland, who are our other teams in our group, also drew. England, obviously, the reigning champions as well, so that's quite interesting. We're going to now very briefly go over the squad and things like that before we actually get into the full game. So this is the team we're probably going to pick. In fact, we'll do it on the tactics screen, it's a bit easier. You might recognise a few of these players, in particular on the bench here, Rocco Gallio, who of course is my star guy at Derby. But on the bench, for the starting 11, we have Simon Scuffert, bit of a FM beast. To be honest, I've seen many people sign this guy. He's currently at Paris Saint-Germain. He's, well, on the game, of course, in real life, he's at Udinese. But they signed him for £29 million a few years ago, and yeah, he seems to be one of the world's best. And I'm very lucky to have him here. Maximiliano Bianchi. So there's going to be a fair few regens here as well. It's 2028, remember, guys, so don't go off thinking there's going to be some real players here, who are like 40 odd at this point. Of course, got to have the regens. Mustafa Sal is our first centre back. He plays for, Barcelona, I think? Yeah, plays for Barcelona. And at the back, Salvatore Taccone, who's an absolute animal centre back, and he just dominates. He's awesome. You might notice a lot of these need rests. I think that's more in a club format, if you know what I mean, if they actually play for the clubs. Obviously, we're in an international tournament. This is going to happen regardless, so I can't stop that from happening. Guglielmi, I think, or Elmi, yeah, I can't remember how you pronounce that. He's another Barcelona player, really good. Can't argue with him on how he plays. Mario, I think it's Pugliese, I think it's how you pronounce it, or Pugliese, plays for City. Where's he at the moment? He is at, he's at Atalanta, apparently. They were of course bought by Roma, where they sold him off to rivals Napoli for, okay, that's strange, and then City bought him for 37 million, okay, crazy. Matteo Rocci, regen here, with beautiful blonde hair. Another fantastic player, Juventus player, who got to the final of the Champions League, where they were beaten by Inter, so it was an actually all-Italian Champions League final. Maybe that plays into our hands. Yeah, and look at them 20s. Just the 120, I should say. His work rate is 20, which is what you want to see. Riccardo Andriani, look at this, £42 million value at Real Madrid, 68 caps already, bought for £45.5 million from Roma a few years ago. He's a quality player, Andriani. You can tell from his last 5 games. His average rating is 8.12. Omar Marzillo, I made a point on this guy last time. He plays, of course, for us, against us, for Arsenal. And then there's this guy who I've included on a lot of merit. He plays for Verona. He doesn't look all that great, and I don't know why he's number 2. But he is consistently, or has consistently got a good rating all the time. Like, anytime I look at him, he's got virtually an 8 rating on average. And so I really have no reason to not put him into the team. And lastly, Alessandro Blandino plays for Roma. He's been at Roma, I think, all his career. I remember finding this guy about 10... When was it? Hang on, let me just double check again. Yeah, about sort of 10 years ago when he was about here. And his potential was through the roof. And I mean, seriously, he was 5 stars all the way. Talking genuine, real star. That's fallen away, unfortunately. But if I go to... Oh, no, there is no, unfortunately not. But I remember I found him at the start. He was one of the first real gems I tried. And Roma actually wanted 80 million for him as a 17-year-old. I'm like, nope, can't pay that, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, he's never quite hit that potential, but he's still a damn fine player. I mean, he's only got 14 appearances, and most of them have been given by me. But if you look at his attributes, he's got everything you want in the strike. He's got his finishing, he's got his first touch, he's got his heading. Technique's not too bad. Teamwork's 18, work rate 16, off the ball, leadership. He's got this great decision making, he's got good composure, he's got all the physical stats, barring jumping, reach, really. His anticipation's really good. He's got everything that I'd want in a striker. We've got our backup goalkeepers here, Kalari, who plays for Roma, a lot of Roman players. Michael Umar, who plays for Sampdoria. Again, not a bad player. There's a reason why some of these are going to be on the bench. Luciano, who is another good player. He scored in the pre-tournament friendly against America, I think, or was it Wales? I can't remember. Anyway, it was one of the two. We won both games, by the way, if you're wondering. There's Rocco Gallio. You all know about this guy. He's just ridiculous. On his day, he can win you the game single-handedly. Other games, as I said last time, it is like playing with 10 men when he's off form. Fabio Torre, another player we saw in the FA Cup final in the previous video. Didn't seem to have had a good game. Bartoli, who has been, well, a bit of a revelation, to be honest. He was terrifying at Manchester United. I know he hasn't scored that many goals there, but he scored 20 that season. I think they won the league that year. And then Inter came in, and basically Man United got the money back plus £500,000. But yeah, he's really clicking on now. He's not quite an absolute monster or anything, but he's a very handy player to have on the bench. Stefano Gentile, I think is how you pronounce it. Plays again for Juventus. Really like this guy. He was one of my picks. I guess I usually let my assistant manager pick it, but in this case, I made an exception for this guy. Sandro Maio, I think is how you pronounce it. Milan, plays for Milan. Good first touch again. Nice, handy little midfield player to have come off on the bench. Carlos Antonio, a youngster. Oh, sorry, no, he's not a youngster. Okay, let's start that one again. I really don't know my players very well, do I? Yeah, it took him a while, actually. I think why I said youngster was because he didn't get his first appearance until he was about 27. And he's been crying out for a start for Italy for absolutely ages, and finally got one. I mean, you can see like 24 goals for Palermo this season. Last year he got 26, 15 for Lazio the previous season before. So he's earned his spot. And lastly here we've got Alex Mere, who's another goalkeeper. Again, not a bad one to have in reserve. And lastly, Suleiman Anani. It wants to click, there we go. You can see why I hate that little drop menu thing. Another Roman player. And again, very good stats. I think he again scored his first goal against either America or Wales. In case you're wondering, here we won both games 3-1. Yeah, there he is, Anani scoring against Wales, and Fiorello and Gallio scoring. That's all he's going to do now, Gallio. He won't score again. He's done his bit. If you're wondering what this is, the National Leagues, this is, I believe, UEFA's new thing that they're going to introduce. I really don't know anything about this. I've only played one game and we smashed England 3-0, you may remember. That was my first game. We were already out of it. And I actually don't know what this is. If I'm being honest with you, you're going to have to Google it because I'm not unfortunately going to be able to help you out on that one. Yeah, Google it. That's all I can say. I'm probably not going to, unless I win here, I'm probably not going to stay on as Italy manager. This was just an opportunity for me to do a bit of international management, mix it up a little bit for you guys as well, and maybe win something more. Obviously, I didn't apply for this. Italy approached me, you may remember, so don't go off thinking I'm going to do a load of international management now. This is just a one-off because, as I say, they approached me and I didn't want to particularly turn it down. Right, so you now know everything there. Instructions are exactly the same. Oh, no, they're not. They're different. We're not going to push higher up, then I need to change this. Run at defence. A tempo I usually leave. We're going to have expressive on, get stuck in. Again, it's fairly similar to what we have at Derby, but this time we have two defensive midfielders. Pushed the midfielders up a bit with the one striker up front. I've just changed this because Rocci plays best as a regista, and Puglisi can also play there, so I'm going to let him go. Marzillo I might push him back if we're not really controlling that midfield very well. But for now, he plays best as an attacking midfielder, so I'd like to leave him there. We're going to go back to standard on that one because, as I say, we are playing Holland, best team in the world, apparently. Although, actually, I'm trying to think, let me just say one final thing before we do start. We'll actually see who won the World Cup. Where's it gone? Brazil, in fact. Johnson 26. Final. Yes. In fact, Brazil beat Holland. So they are technically the best European team. There's this guy, who is meant to be amazing. Tony Trinidad. Is it Trindade de Vilhena? I think is how you pronounce it. Fosu Mensah. I recognise this guy. Yeah, he plays for Liverpool. Where's he currently? He is at Man United. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Again, I'm just finding a few players. Zivkovic, this guy is a bit of a FM beast. And someone who appears to be one of the big signings you make at the start of the season, plays for Ajax. I think it might be another Zivkovic, actually, I might be thinking of. But anyway, last player we'll look at here, their striker, Arne de Koning. Which I think is, again, I'm probably butchering these pronunciations, so any Dutch people watching you probably know the correct pronunciation. Pronunciation, I can't even speak English anymore now. Anyway, there we go. We're on to the game. We're into the Euros. Should be a good one. So, Italy, 6th in the world. We're a bit inconsistent at times. It's typical Italy, is what I'm trying to say. We're very typical Italy. Obviously, Holland being 2nd in the world. I have no real experience on this because, you know, in terms of how Holland are going to play or anything like that, or how much of a game they're going to give us. International management on Football Manager is very, I don't want to say limited because it isn't. It's just, I don't know, there's something I just can't put a word on it. It's just not as much fun as it is club management. There's Fiorello, it's deflected and it's in. It is that boy again, Ivano Fiorello, and that is 1-0 to Italy. I am actually quite amazed. I mean, of course, obviously, Holland being 2nd doesn't necessarily make them the best team. That's obviously in part due to the fact that they got to the World Cup final. As if, what a surprise. I didn't see that one coming, did I? I'd still take a draw, if I'm honest with you. I think we should comfortably be able to beat Poland and Scotland, particularly Poland. Scotland might give us a bit more of a game due to the fact that they're actually decent. Blandinho should score. I think Rocco Gallio may have scored that if I had one, but I really have a lot of faith in this Blandinho. I wanted him for a while as well for club, but unfortunately couldn't get him. There he is now, is Andriani. Really free open game. Blandinho's got to be offside, and he's missed again. Oh dear. You see, what he's doing is, he gets into positions that Gaio probably won't get into, and Fiorello's there again. It's onside. Blandinho with the flick on. That's 2-1. Okay. Let's take it back. Let's start again. Lower the tempo, like the Italians like it. Let's not run at the defence because that's an opportunity to give the ball away. Let's just leave it at that for now. Lower tempo. And let's hope the bloody Dutch don't try and get a very quick equaliser like last time. Oh wait, they probably will because here's a highlight again. Oh, Fiorello just gives it straight back. Well, I just don't know what it is about this guy. He doesn't have the most amazing stats on him, but he just scores and he puts in performances like just from nowhere. Like, and as I say, when I went to pick my first team for the first time in Italy in the qualifiers, I just obviously because I didn't know all the players, I looked at who was in form, who had the highest average rating, and Fiorello was up there with like 8.3. You know, his last 5 games, and I was like, wow, this guy's really good. So I put him in and he scored, and you know, even the media in the game was going, who is he? You know, why is he in the Italian team? And I don't know why, but he just seems to be a quality player that isn't reflected in much else. In terms of like stats and attributes, and I don't know, it's crazy. Here we go. Chance for Andriani. It's 3-1. He reached it. Wow. We're actually really giving Holland a good game. Maybe I'm underestimating this Italian team, but maybe we're really good. There's Fiorello, who's on hat-trick, of course. Andriani just gets it wide. Couldn't quite take it. Really free open game, isn't it? Really. Andriani again. Oh, did you see that? He took it right past Fosu Mensah there. That was and Zivkovic is coming off. really fast paced. This is how I like my Football Manager. I like it really fast paced, really breathless, and a bit zany. Oh, hang on, is Schilder. I'm not going to say his full name because by the time I say his full name, the ball will be literally at the other end of the field. So we just call him Trinidade. Shall we just say that just because it's easier? I take it he's not native Dutch. He's got to be from somewhere else with a name like that. Oh, Blandinho. He's not doing it. Like I like his flair. I really do like the flair of Blandinho. He's just sometimes. Oh, there he is again. He should score. He could have had a hat trick by now. Corner taking isn't great from Andriani here, but if we get another one, it could be game over. Right, Blandinho, do something with his free kick, and again, still nothing. There's the centre back Sal, I think it is. Maybe lower tempo is the way. You know, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that the Italians like a slow tempo. You know, if you know anything about European football, you know Italians love a defensive, slower game. Oh, and De Koning. Maybe he should have scored there. Right, Andriani to dip one in. Nope. Not far enough. Try again. He's going to cut inside this time. It's just all Italy at the moment, isn't it? So well, I'm actually really impressed. I didn't think we were going to be that good. You know, and be typical Italy. Fiorello, he's on a hat-trick and he wants it. Fortunately, not this time. But I know Football Manager enough that I shall not rest on my laurels. See what I mean? And he's onside to Koning. That just came from absolutely nowhere. Right, I might have to take Blandini off because he is really missing chances. Like, he's really letting himself down. Oh, Van der Vilist. It was two-footed challenge, apparently. It could be a red card. I think it is going to be a red card, and indeed it is. Well, the commentator says he's hacked him down with 2 feet. You can't do that. Fiorello, he's on. Oh, save from, I think it's, what's his name? Acne, is it? Oh, sorry. I can't read. It was too quick. Arce, I think is how you say it, or Arki. Well, Pugliese, again, a good save from the goalkeeper. Really good game. Hopefully this makes up for the awful FA Cup final. I didn't think, well, performance-wise from us anyway, I know it was a decent game, but this one's a really good one. Oh, Dilro's son, which is a great name. And easy for Scuffert in the end. Right, there's 2 minutes of added time. Surely the last chance of the half. Oh no, it could fall to Holland. Nope, good defending by Sol. And again, we just give it away. And you've got him. Oh, what are you doing? I hate that. You know, when it's like you can see a player, an opposition player, absolutely rampaging towards it, and then your player's like taking his time. Andriani, what a good pass. Finally, Blandinho makes the right decision. He picks out his man. That's 4-2. It's only half time. Wow. Whew, the Olympic Stadium, I tell you what. Look at that. Oh my god, 32 shots in one half. What on earth is that about? Right. Well, Andriani, the captain, is having an absolute brilliant game. Marzillo as well, Fiorello, Blandinho. Well, I might have to take him off, and I think I will, for Rocco Gallio. He will play as an advanced forward, as he usually does. So there is a bit more of a familiarity to you. Well, Kansas seems to be working. I'm not going to change anything. I forgot to change it back. But, again, it is that defensive form that the Italians like. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but hey, it's working for me at the minute. I ain't complaining. Lovely ball by Fiorello. Here's Rocco Gallio. Oh, he's taken that brilliantly. Oh, he should have scored. He's still got it. Gallio. Andriani for the hat-trick, and again saved. My God, this is fantastic stuff. Usually, oh hang on, oh again, good save from the Dutch keeper. We're usually a bit more conservative at Derby than this, but and again, it is an international tournament, isn't it? Again, a good save from the goalkeeper Marzillo. He's kept it in. Stretch for that one a bit. Wow, I tell you what. Oh, it's going to break. I thought it was going to break for him. It's still Mike Holland. Good tackle by Rossi. That wasn't great. They just clear it easily, but no. Right, Andriani, can we have a free kick this time? Now, that was a bit closer. That was a little bit better. than what I've seen usually from my Derby players, who just blaze it over like at every chance they get. Oh, good save by Scuffet. Again, Guglielmi there with a good tackle. Pugliese again getting away. I think Holland are really going to have to put the pressure on. It's another corner. That's 3 corners in a row in a space of a minute or two. Oh, Gallio's got it. I don't know how he got that. And he's played it against his home man, but he's luckily won it back. 4-2, eh? At Euro 2028. Imagine this for England or something. Oof. Imagine how the news outlets would be reporting this. Right, who do we bring on? I'm thinking a more defensive-minded player, so I might bring on Gentile. I think is how you pronounce it. Well, Roshi, who's not been amazing. So he played best as, just so we know. Deep line playmaker. Right, we'll have him there. Like, in fact, we'll have him as defend. Right, Andriani. Nope. See, that's just repetitive. Like, it's just the same free kicks. It's that every single time, virtually. And still, here come Holland again. Good save by Scuffet. Crazy match. It's still 10 minutes to go. Here we go, maybe to finish it. Rocco Gallio, we know he can just do a Messi here and just dribble. Oh, okay. He dribbles out of play. I was going to say dribble it past 5 defenders and then slot it home. But I don't think that's going to happen today, not at this level. Bianchi, right, we need to keep hold of it now and we not boot it against each other. I hate the way they do that. That happens too much for me as well, the way they just boot at each other. Oh, Marzillo. Oh, hang on, chance to finish it. No, that's a corner. 6 minutes to go. I think really we should be. Oh, and the centre-back's nearly combining there. Sal and Takone. Right, chance again here. Counter. Rocco Gallio, here we go again. Takes them on. Oh, he's found Andriani, and that's another good save. I'd love to know this keeper's rating. He's made some cracking saves, but he still have like a 6.8 rating. As I mentioned many times, don't pay attention at all to the ratings for the most part. Because they lie. They lie more than something that lies a lot. Well, that should be it now. One last chance here, maybe to get one final goal. Andriani to hit one. Yep, fine. I don't mind that. Well, there it is, full time at the Olympic Stadium in London, and we have beaten the #1 ranked team in the world in a big way. Over 50 shots in that game, 17 on target for us, 11 for the Dutch. Just 3 fouls as well. Wow, that's impressive. I don't think I could have asked any more. I was hoping that this wasn't going to be a boring, bland whole little series that, you know, that gets in the way of the Derby save or something. But no, what a start. Hope you enjoyed that, because I certainly did. I haven't had that much fun on FM for a while. So, there is the opening win then. So we sit top of the group, and the expectation is to reach the final. Oh, God. That's no good. Well, I think that's either way. You know, if I don't win it, I'm getting sacked, essentially. So, yeah, that's the first video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next time, we're going to be playing Scotland. An interesting little tidbit about Scotland here. If you look at their schedule, they played Poland at the Stadium of Light. They're going to play us at Villa Park. But then, they play Holland at St James's Park. They're playing 2 of their group games in the Northeast, basically on their doorstep. How fantastic is that? Imagine that. If Scotland's ended up playing in a competition in England, and that happened, you know, they play in the Northeast. I just love that. Anyway, thankfully we're not playing in the Northeast, so that's always good. Right, Villa Park. Next, my old stomping ground. Of course, went on to Aston Villa for a few years as we take on Scotland. Please do join me for that. Promises to be another cracking game, especially if it's anything like what we just watched. If you enjoyed, please give the video a like. I will see you next time. Goodbye.